Thanks for stopping by, guys, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. It's been a while since I've played, and honestly, today's video is going to be interesting because I'm joined by Exploderize, who's going to help me show off this tank design. I've done a decent amount of tanks, and actually functional tanks. The Mk3.5 was the last one I did, and it was a really good tank, actually. It shot really well, it was really reliable, really small. The only downside with it was aiming it, you had to use the track itself, it had no turret. And the big thing with me was, in order to get the gun to fit in a turret, a decently sized turret, I had to completely reinvent the guns I was using. And I finally got one working. It actually uses a spring that goes below the gun, loops back around, up into the barrel, which actually pushes the firing pin. Now, the big downside with this, having a turret, you actually need two people to operate it unless you really feel like jumping out of the driver's seat to get in the gunner's seat, and so on. I might have been able to streamline it for one seat, but it really wasn't worth it. That, and I thought the whole teamwork thing might be interesting. So quickly with the driving controls. Driving controls are just like any tank I use, W, A, S, and D. Exploderize got thrown out of there by accident. Oops. Can you hop in the seat real quick so I can drive around? I don't want to throw you out again. We'll go over to this spire, this pillar here, landing platform. The suspension's alright. It's not anything to brag about. Driving's alright. It's not anything to brag about. The big focus with this was the turreted cannon. That was the big hoopty. I guess I don't know what to say. What? Hoopty, hoopla, there you go. And I'm going to quickly run through the gun controls. It seems the gun is loaded. You can tell when the gun is loaded if the breech here is down. If it's sitting up above the gun, it means it's not loaded. So quickly hopping into the gunner's bay. Blue buttons are your up and down controls. Yellow buttons are left and right. These green buttons allow you to turn the gun diagonally, so if you need to go down and left at the same time, you can. Red, of course, is fire. I don't know if I actually fired or if that was a dud. And then hopping into the seat, 1 is right, 2 is up, 3 is down, 4 is right. I think I said 1 is right. 1 is left, 4 is right, and 5 is fire. As you can see, the spring sits below the gun here. Let's try and aim up to that big tree there. There we go. Aim the gun a little bit higher so we can get more elevation. Load the gun. And fire. Oh, missed it slightly. I'm going to have to get in the seat to turn it because the turret only moves on a certain degree. There we go. Because the turret only moves, I think, every 5 degrees. I could make it every 1 degree, but the only problem with that is it would take forever to turn the turret. Any reasonable... There we go, we hit the tree. So, yeah, that's the basic operations of it. Now comes the fun part. Exploderize, do you want to drive or would you like to get in the cannon?
I'll do the cannon.
I'll go ahead and drive. So let's go find something to shoot at, shall we? Just a quick drive away. Alright, and here we are. Exploderize is in the driver's seat now, and we have spawned another Mk3.5 a little bit down the range. We're going to try and hit it. I painted a few targets on it to make it a bit easier to see. The camo on this isn't the best, but it's decent for some of the ones I've made. Probably not the best one I've made. Let's try and aim up here. We're a bit to the left, actually. Exploderize, do you mind turning a bit to the left? There. Oh, a little too much. Back to right. Good. A little bit to the left. Just a tap. Just a tap. Oh, shit. There we go. That's good. That's good. You kind of need the driver and the gunner to aim because the gun only moves on 5-degree increments. I think it's 5 degrees. Nope, didn't mean to get in the seat. Yeah, it's 5 degrees. You could set it to lower degree, but it'd take a lot longer for the turret to turn. So we're going to go ahead and fire, see where we hit. And that shot seemed to have disappeared into the ether. Fire one more. And we cleared the tank entirely. Aim a little bit down. Check, make sure our shot's still lined up. We're good. Bad shot, dud. I don't know where that went. That one just flopped out onto Exploderize head. Yeah, I'm kind of butchering your name slightly.
Like I said, everybody does it. It's fine.
And I think we just bounced off its track. Hey! I'm going to take one more shot, a little bit lower, see if we can hit dead on. That was a dud. Did that hit?
I think it fell a little short.
Well, anyway, I think that is a decent representation of this gun's power. Honestly, you can get this turret to go full 360. Will take a minute to do so, but you can. Alright, and now the gun is completely 180, and you could just turn it all the way back around 360 if you felt like it. But that is pretty much it with this tank. Now, this tank is useful in multiplayer. It is already on the Steam Workshop if you want to play with it. But if you do want to take two of these tanks and verse them, you will probably need 4 people. You can control this tank by yourself, but you will have to jump back and forth between the driver and the gunner seat. In the future, I might make it where you can control the gunner and the driver from the same seat. It'd be an interesting challenge, and it will be something that will more than likely be seen in the future. So, thank you Exploderize for joining us and helping us out with this episode as our stand-in gunner / driver.
Oh, sorry.
And I am going to end it out here. So if you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like. If you have suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. And until next time, peace.